I'm Alexis Valentine.
My name's Justin Flatline.
And we are from Once Upon a Flatline. You're listening to Brutally Delicious.
Hey, you are listening to the Brutally Delicious podcast. I am Bruce.
And this is Rena from Silentium joining you once again.
She decided to come back because Bruce was failing so hard. She realized just how important she was to the show.
Got to save the show, so we got Rena back.
Yeah.
That, and also I have like zero content in my existence.
Wow, so we're just a notch above having nothing.
Yeah. When you have nothing, you join Chris and Bruce on the Brutally Delicious podcast.
Exactly.
So today we are going to be speaking with Once Upon a Flatline. So you guys had a chance to listen to these guys yet?
Yeah. Checked out a song. They have a very cool look.
Yeah,
they definitely look really good.
Their videos look pretty slick.
So if you want to hang on, we'll go ahead and grab them.
Sounds
perfect.
Good.
You're speaking with Alexis Valentine and Justin Flatline.
Awesome. And I'm Bruce. We've got Chris, my partner, and Rena as well. Say hello, everyone.
Rena.
Hello.
Good morning.
I love that we're all just talking on top of each other.
That's awesome. Nothing but the best.
Always the best.
Definitely. We just got to give each other like numbers. I'll be 1, you'll be 2.
I will say this, though. Their voices sound pretty slick right now.
True.
Why?
Don't you guys.
Why do we sound slick?
Yeah, what mic are you using?
Just a MacBook, honestly.
Interesting.
So I will go ahead and jump and get the conversation started then. So for those not familiar with Once Upon a Flatline, can you give us the 2-sentence boardroom pitch?
Yeah, so Once Upon a Flatline is a theatrical metal band from Buffalo, New York.
Wow, that was perfect. It was one sentence. I love that. How are you guys handling not being able to play shows in this whole crazy pandemic? Are you doing anything special to interact with your fans?
We have done a couple live streams, couple contests. We're really all about just like signing into Facebook Live whenever we're together and just kind of checking in with people. Although it has, like most musicians experience, it has really sucked not being able to play shows. We have so much stuff. We're tour ready. We're show ready. We were looking into van rentals before COVID, and we have a crap ton of t-shirts that are just sitting in our attic right now. So, just trying to stay positive. It's really nothing you can do about it. So I'd rather people be safe and alive and keep the peak down than play a show,
Oh, sure.
Hopefully all our favorite venues will be there next year. And, yeah.
I hope they stay open. That's my biggest concern about the industry right now is what's going to happen to the venues.
Yeah. I don't know what's going to happen to them. It seems like, I know here in Richmond anyway, some of the bigger ones are doing fundraisers now and doing all kinds of odd things to try and get people in the door to at least, support them more or that thing.
Yeah, here in DC, they're actually renting out, excuse me, they're actually renting out, like, the signs out front that they put letters on. They're renting them out for photo shoots, so you can pay them $200 for 15 minutes and they'll change the sign for you and you can go take a picture in front of it.
Oh, like for a wedding or an anniversary or something?
Yeah.
That's actually a really cool idea. Like, obviously, like, times of turmoil are the times of innovation. So there's, like, going to be good stuff coming from there. But it's a real concern what's going to happen to the venues. Where are we going to play in 2022 if this, still goes on? So how long have you guys been at it? Like, how old of a band is Once Upon a Flatline? In a Flatline, sorry.
You're fine. Alexis and I decided to start the band in October of 2017, I want to say.
Uh-huh.
I had we were living together in an apartment in Buffalo, and I was writing some songs. And because I missed like performing. It's really the only thing I've ever been good at and all that jazz. So I started writing some songs. And by the time the songs were done being written, it occurred to me that in no way, shape, or form could I perform the songs. So I asked Alexis if she wouldn't mind coming on as a singer, and she said, if we're going to do this, we're going to do it the right way. So from there, we found the rest of the members of our band and so on and so forth. And yeah, the rest is history.
When did we go live online with the band though?
That was in June of 2018, I want to say.
Yeah, so Justin and I wrote basically our entire EP about a year out before we even announced that we were a band, because one of the things, it might be a personal pet peeve, but one of the things that really irks me about a lot of local bands is they'll post t-shirts and like a rough song, and they'll call themselves a band and make a Facebook page and spend all this money on networking and advertising to build up their likes, but then they'll post, hey, looking for a drummer, 2 guitarists, and a bassist. It's like, honey, that's not a band then. So I wanted to make sure we had a solid lineup, people equally dedicated to the music as we were before we announced anything, because without a drummer, without a second guitarist, without a bassist, we were really just 2 people writing songs on an acoustic guitar, which still is a band, just not the kind of band we were looking for.
More like a Simon and Garfunkel as opposed to a metal band from Buffalo.
Yeah, exactly. So
yeah, that sounds like a smart approach. Yeah,
although I would like to hear like guttural vocals, with an acoustic guitar. It's not something you hear every day.
That would be pretty metal, though. Yeah, that would be cool. We do perform, just the 2 of us. Just none of that stuff yet. But don't give Justin any ideas. That'll be our next gig.
I have that written down. Thank you.
Maybe your next busking gig will be on a street corner in Buffalo in like December. You guys can pull it off in the middle of a snowstorm.
Oh God, we'll see. It's 70 degrees here the past 2 weeks, so
nice,
I don't know.
Isn't it? I'm in DC. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it is beautiful. It's the calm before the storm here in Buffalo, so we get hit with the snow pretty bad.
For Rena, that's about 21, 22. So,
okay, thank you. I refuse to learn your ridiculous system of numbers.
Sorry, for those I guess you don't know, Rena is from Finland. She's the oddball out here with the weird metric system.
What do you mean the weird metric system?
I think you mean the sensible metric system.
Thank you.
No.
Obviously, you're near Canada.
Yeah, no. Honestly, I was hoping Buffalo would just like cut itself off and float over to Canada the past year. Like, please, oh my gosh! I found out how much a COVID test costs, and free healthcare sounds really good right about now. So,
yeah, we have that in Finland too. Just head on over.
Okay, we will. You have hockey there too, yeah. We're big hockey fans.
Oh, so. I was going to ask you, are you Sabres fans?
We are Sabres fans. Oh my gosh, we got screwed so bad this year. Oh, terrible. So, yeah, we're Sabres fans.
What did you think of my home country, Canada, the way they pulled off the playoffs this year?
Do you want to answer that one, Jay?
I thought it was a really good idea. Like everyone coming to like the stadiums and bringing all the teams together, as opposed to having fans like be there and such, and having the teams travel to other cities and stuff. And they pulled off what I thought was a really cool, like the whole like the preliminary round before the playoffs that they did. I thought was a really cool like way to kind of build into the playoffs. And I watched most of the games because I have a buddy who's an Islanders fan.
Hey, that's me.
I was bummed they didn't make it this particular year, but I don't know. I thought they handled it really well. I was really impressed, and a lot of the teams stayed really safe, and that was a big thing.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's a crazy world right now. Back to music.
Sorry,
I can get off. I can talk hockey all day. I mean, I'm from Canada. I can talk hockey like, I learned before I learned to walk, I could cross-check properly. So,
have a T-shirt that says that.
What's that?
I would wear a T-shirt that said that.
Oh, it's a song in Canada.
Is it really?
Yeah, I'll send it to you on Skype.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's called "Out for a Rip," and it's just It's about a bunch of Canadian rednecks. So,
awesome.
Nice.
Anyways, so from a technology point of view, how do you guys approach recording?
We currently are recording right now with a friend of ours named Nate White. We record at his house. It's been a lot of trial and error. Our very first song we ever released is actually not available anymore. We re-released it this year, which was For the Wretched of the Earth. That one wasn't recorded with Nate White. That one took almost an entire year to record a single song. We were just a baby band then. So now we're working with Nate. However, we are looking at recording with Nate and I don't know, maybe doing some research on music engineers and people to mix our music that specialize in female vocals from here on out. Not that there's anything wrong with what Nate does. It's just, it's nice to explore options and meet new people and network and stuff. So.
Yeah, but are you guys using software to write, or are you just sitting down and recording it as a iPhone memo or whatever?
Justin is king of iPhone memos. There is 1,000 hummed patterns and drum taps and I don't know, riffs just over and over again. And we also use our phones to write our lyrics too, usually just hundreds of notes of single lines that we put into our songs.
Cool. Can you hear Bruce really grunting in the background? Do you guys hear that?
Come on, really again? Rita and I had a deal. She was supposed to message me if that was happening. You didn't say a word.
I did not even pay attention. I didn't You're fucking creepiness by now, Bruce.
leave it to the audio engineer to hear this. Sorry.
Only when there's a female guest. So,
okay, sorry. I'm getting offline here. I'm getting off topic. Get back on topic. Damn it. Bruce?
I'm kidding. You're kidding. He's not creepy. He's not weird. He's not.
Okay.
Don't worry.
No, he is.
A little weird is good. We're pretty weird. So
it's good weird only.
Yeah, good weird only.
So is there a message or a takeaway you want your fans to walk away with after listening to one of your songs or one of your records or even leaving one of your shows?
Yeah, actually, when it comes to the message, it's probably as important as the music is to us. We have a couple platforms that we really like to make vocal with our music. One of them is obviously being the frontman of the band and also being female. Female fronted is not a genre, is one of my biggest passions. Equality for women in the metal scene is so important. You see, I'm sure you see it time and time again, just the inequality in the music scene for women. Secondly, we have a song that just was re-released called For the Wretched of the Earth. And that song is I would say probably our anthem. It was the first song we ever released, and we felt with the way 2020 was going and how much we've progressed as musicians, we wanted to re-record it and re-release it so it sounds better, bigger, fuller. And the chorus of that song is, whether or not the world is listening, we are the people and we will sing. Each one of us has a reason why we fight. The darkest night will end and hope will become our light. That can be interpreted in so many ways, but to just keep fighting, keep believing, and just hope for everything. At the end of the day, that's really all we have. And in 2020, I feel like that is so important. So,
oh, absolutely.
Yeah, that's easy to agree with, and I'm with you, girl, on the whole.
Thank goodness, girl power. Yes, girls have to stick together. We're already in second place. Girls against girls is so useless to me as well, and that's just another societal standard that girls have to be envious of each other and fight each other, and we're breaking that glass ceiling together, Rena.
Yeah, preach, sister. Fuck yeah.
I have a question for you. Do you find it strange that Rena's from Finland but speaks with an American accent?
And rolls her R's like she's from Mexico.
I don't know. I really like her accent. I wouldn't have guessed Finland, but I wouldn't have guessed anything really. I've just been cool.
I'll tell you this. She joined us as a guest for her band Silentium, which is unbelievable. You should check them out for sure. They're such a good band. What are you signed with, Rena? Out of Line?
Yeah, Out of Line. Yeah.
And we had so much fun with her. We asked her if she'd co-host the show with us.
That was probably the most ridiculous show ever.
Oh yeah. That was ridiculous. I urge you, if you're into potty humor, I would go take a listen to the original Rena episode because it's over the line. Over the can. But anyways.
Yeah.
They're doing inside jokes now. Sorry.
Oh God. Only the people that listen are going to get this, and I feel terrible. But
right,
Bruce is probably going to edit us all out anyways, so he's just going to leave it mostly about the music.
So where would you guys tour, outside the States, if you had the choice? Could just go anywhere.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. We our drummer is a really, 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 really big anime fan. He's gone to Japan quite a few times, so we probably have to put Japan on our list. Their music is incredible too. Metal from Japan is next level shit. We've made a list of playlists of different kind of like metal anime themes and post-hardcore bands from Japan to listen to influence us for our next album, actually. Everything to be bigger and orchestral and, so that would be cool. We would head your direction. We're used to the cold, so I am not a tropical climate girl despite being Indonesian. I'm not a above 80 kind of person, so the colder the better personally, but I think the fellows would disagree with me.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, no, I do not like the heat. I bloom like a desert flower the second I'm in the sun. I can't be goth anymore. It's terrible. I go from like Elvira to Moana in like one trip to the beach.
Although I kind of feel I get like Monica hair, if it gets humid. Like I look like I don't know, like I can say anything. This is going to be politically incorrect. So
no, you should say.
Yeah, no, it's bad. My hair just absorbs all of the moisture in the air. It's bad. It's bad. I get you. I know what you mean.
Buffalo gets humid, doesn't it?
Yeah, it sucks. Our summers are really hot, and then our winters are, Canadian. So
they're cold as fuck.
Oh boy.
Nuts. Well, I hope you guys get to do both tours, and if you guys do head this way, I'll be sure to buy you a beer and come check out the show.
Oh yes, thank you. We are beer fans as well.
We have plenty. So
what do you guys? Oh, speaking of beer, let me just sidetrack you. Did you see that pic? I had a beer last night. Hardywood Brewery Christmas Pancake Stout. Holy fuck!
How was it?
Oh, it was so amazing, dude. Totally amazing.
Fucking creepy. The label was so creepy. Like I was there. It was like 2 a.m. I have insomnia, so I was there.
Yeah. I was ignoring your comments, but it was so good.
I'm just not a craft beer guy. I don't get. Do you guys get craft beer? Who gets craft beer besides Bruce?
I get craft beer.
Thank you.
I have difficulty drinking beers that weren't made by someone I know.
Yeah, there's like a brewery on every corner in Buffalo now. So I'm an IPA girl, and Justin's more of a sour guy. I think sours are disgusting, though. It tastes like the beer spoiled. I don't know the hype. It's gross.
Kind of a stout person. I like it dark and thick.
A nice coffee, chocolatey, dark beer.
Yeah.
I feel that. I could drink a stout when the occasion calls for it. The second it snows, I'll be like, yes, bring me all the dark beer. So.
Yeah. Anyway, so what do you guys have planned for the rest of this year and the beginning of next until we can start getting moving again, you think?
Well, we're currently finishing our EP. We are taking a little more time than originally planned just because from observation, releasing music in 2020 hasn't really, reaped any benefits for bands around us. It kind of seems like everything's on pause, which is fair. So we're finishing up our EP, and we're currently sitting on what I think is our best single / our best music video, which is called Requiem of the Phantom. All of our songs on our EP are inspired by different Broadway musicals, and the name of this one really gives away what musical it's based on. And we shot and recorded our music video ourselves in under 3 hours, and it's preposterous. It's so good, I can't believe we did it ourselves. So I'm really excited to put it out. We're just waiting for, things to be more lively before we release it. So
right.
Hey, I hear a vaccine's coming.
That's what I heard. 90% effectiveness.
Heck yeah. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I honestly don't think it's going to be ready until like generally speaking, I don't think until the middle of next year or late next year.
No, and I'm not going to be the first one to take it, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Politicized vaccine? No thanks. I'll wait.
I got to backtrack a little bit to Justin here and saying that he has trouble drinking beer that isn't made by someone he knows. So how does this work in practice? So you just sort of like, do you got any brewskis? Like,
no, I was just kidding.
Oh shit! Here comes Justin again. Hide your shit.
He probably just goes to the breweries and makes friends with everyone so he can get free beer. I mean, that's the musician's way. Right?
Yeah. He does really well at it too. We're probably pretty close to getting a Once Upon a Flatline brew made. Justin's friends with all of the brewers in Buffalo.
I have a couple brewery working friends. That is true. But those relationships are not based on the fact that they have beer. I simply became friends with them and then discovered they worked at breweries and then started drinking all their beer.
That's convenient.
Cool.
It was a coincidence.
Okay, so we're gonna have to wrap it up because we have another one coming. But before we go, I just sent through the chat that video. I want to get your reaction to it.
Oh, fabulous. Let's see.
Only Canadians will really get it, but if you're from Buffalo, you'll probably get it too.
Are you going to share your screen or something?
No, they don't. 1 second. This is going to sound bad, but my dog's got to take a shit. I got to open the door. So,
Hey, Rita, do you remember we had a whole conversation with the guy from Grim Reaper?
It's grammatically correct.
Awesome, that's wonderful. Rita, you got anything else?
No, I'm good. I don't know what the fuck that was. What Chris was doing. There was some weird.
I have no idea.
Sorry.
That was the
Sorry.
the video he sent over that I was playing.
Oh,
Yeah,
he did this.
I said
Out for a sip.
out for a rip, are you, bud?
I was gonna tell you though, we had a whole conversation. Remember with the guy from Grim Reaper about his dog shitting?
Yeah, that's true.
A lot. There was baby shit. There was public shit. There was dog shit. A lot of excrement in that.
He sent me a message like 2 weeks later when I put it live, and he's like, "I never really had a whole interview about shit." That's what we do best. Stay completely off topic. I already got the bumper, Chris.
This is why we call it a casual conversation instead of an interview.
It's sort of about nothing.
Okay.
I'm pretty relaxed, honestly.
Cool. Well, enjoy the rest of your day of probably flurry of interviews. And party on, Wayne.
Party on, Garth. Hey, thanks for joining us. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you guys. It was great meeting all of you. Hopefully we talk again.
Absolutely. I'll send you a link when it goes live.
Rock and roll. Thank you guys
All
so
right,
much.
cheers. Bye now.
Cheers.
Bye. We should get to know you.
Ever wonder what a punch from Elton John feels like?
Or how you'd cope with having turned down the chance to be in Nirvana?
Or what signal Keith Richards gives when he wants you to get the hell out of his hotel room?
Fans of Too Much Effing Perspective don't have to wonder, because they've heard these exact stories and a jillion others on our podcast. I'm Alex Hoffman, former tour manager for Radiohead.
And I'm musician and comedy writer Alan Keller. On the TMEP show, we get guests like Nancy Wilson from Heart, Jeremiah Freites from the Lumineers, and Modern Family's Julie Bowen to tell us things they may have only shared with their therapist, clergy, or a TMZ stringer.
So join us on Too Much Effing Perspective. That's EFFING Perspective. The only podcast you crank up to 11.